Hello, today we'll talk about software attacks. Now, what is a software attack? It is a malicious program written intentionally to interrupt or vandalize software performing critical functions or to use them in an unauthorized fashion. According to the stats, there is a software attack every 40 seconds around the world. There could be over 200 billion devices running on various softwares by the year 2020. As the number of devices plummet, so does the risk to those softwares. These attacks can leave companies compromised to lawsuits, bankruptcy, and other legal trouble. 75% of the healthcare industry has already been compromised. In 2018, hackers stole half a billion of personal records, that is nearly 7% of the total world population. Now, it remains a fact that most of the industries do not spend money on cybersecurity, and by the time they realize they have been attacked, most of the data is compromised, stolen, or damaged. It is a duty of every IT manager to ensure that their organization is well protected by these software attacks. Hence, it becomes important to understand different types, such as viruses, denial of services, distributed denial of services, botnets, Trojan horses, and phishing are some of the examples. While preparing a mitigation strategy, the IT manager should carry out a risk analysis. If the company has a smaller budget, the threats that have a high possibility to occur must be dealt with first. Medium to low threats can be mitigated using common softwares such as antiviruses and security policies. Lack of these policies or failing to enforce them is an open invitation to these attacks. Sometimes relying on blocking or filtering inbound traffic or other common practices is not sufficient. Studies show that sometimes a small device like a USB can be harmful to the organization, such as in the case of Julian Assange, who stole confidential government data using a USB and walked out of a highly secure building without someone noticing. It is evident that the IT managers need to secure the network, but the question arises, from whom? There can be two types of attacks, insider attack and outsider attack. It is well established fact that the insider attacks are much more dangerous to the company than the outsider. For example, if an employee goes rogue, he knows his way around the network and can take whatever he likes. However, sometimes the employee do not know they're committing a crime by simply checking the emails or inserting a USB. Therefore, the IT manager must ensure that security policies are in place to avoid that. The outsider attackers can be categorized into three types: white hat, gray hat, and black hat hackers. All of them have different motives to perform software attacks, and it is important to understand these motives to avoid the risk of exposing your softwares. In some cases, it is possible that during software development phase, some flaws that were overlooked remain embedded in the final software. These flaws can then later be exploited by somebody who knows how to. Example, Microsoft Vista, what was claimed to be an unhackable operating system, turned out to be not so unhackable after all. It is important to maintain a risk chart, implement proper security measures, analyze software performance, mitigate threats as they come, ensure policies, and keep an eye on the employees for possible software attacks. By doing so, the IT manager can rest assured he's done everything he can for the possible security attack. Thank you.